Hello, how's it going? Good morning, or good evening, or whenever you see this. Welcome back to another video on the channel. The channel where for my final semester of college, I'm taking Italian, and a class called Mummies, Zombies, and Vampires. Yes, that's real. I have no clue what I'm getting into, but I guess we'll find out in the fall. We have a question from the inbox. Let's not waste any more time here. Hi, I'm asking multiple people around me this question, and I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. I'm 22 right now, living with my parents, and to get to the point, I don't know why, but I feel embarrassed. My friends at school are either living on campus on their own or they have roommates. And I even have a friend that's married and living with his wife. I guess I feel behind in life because I know on social media and TV, I see people joke about living with your parents at an old age and how that's embarrassing. I guess I'm embarrassed about it too. What do you think of this? Brother, let me tell you, if living with your parents in your 20s is a joke, then I am God's silliest clown. Like seriously, man, I am living it up. But really, man, reading your question was really interesting because I feel like you're looking at this the complete wrong way. And there was so much that you said that kind of set off alarms in my head while reading. First off, the way you talk about your age and describing 22 as an old age is crazy, man. Because you haven't even really been through anything yet. And from this point forward, things will only get worse. But really, social media really did a number on us, thinking that by this point in our lives, we have to be reaching these milestones of, like, moving out, for example. Because moving out on your own is a big deal. It's not something that you should be pushed to do at a certain age. You need to be ready to make that step. You know, unless you have parents that don't really like you and they kick you out at 18, but besides that, judging from your email, you're living at home while going to school, and that's awesome. I don't think you get how fortunate of a position you're in. I get it, FOMO must be crazy sometimes because it is very fun, you know, just the idea of living with your friends somewhere else. But there's a reality that needs to sink in with that idea that I don't see a lot of people acknowledging. And like, sure, living with your friends might sound awesome, but you guys aren't, you know, like content creators. You're not like the YouTubers that you grew up watching. This isn't going to be the content house you see on YouTube where your friends are home all day and you can just do whatever. Chances are you're all going to be working at different hours. You're going to have a shut-in roommate that's only going to work and grinding school assignments when he's home. And it's not going to be this movie that you guys are living in. You're probably not going to see each other as much as, you know, the dream of living with your friends implies it. It'll be cool sometimes, don't get me wrong. You might do a movie night with the boys, maybe a game night. But more times than not, you guys are going to be doing your own thing. And your personal space will just be confined to your one bedroom. And that's it. But you're still living at home, man. You still get to eat your parents' cooking. You don't have to pay rent. And if your parents make you just help with some bills around the house, it's not going to be nearly as much as 1 month's rent. And if you're in your 20s living at home still, I'll assume that your parents love you and they love having you around and are willing to support you by not kicking you out and wanting you to still have the benefits of staying home and saving money. And to me, that's a support system that I would hold on to strongly because you'd be surprised. Not a lot of people are fortunate enough to be in that position. I'm in your spot too, man. Like, I'm still living here at home while finishing up school, and I don't plan on moving out until I'm married either, but I don't know, maybe this is a privilege. This is probably my privilege showing, but to me, it's comforting still living at home, even now. You know, waking up in my bed, in my room that I've known all my life, you know, waking up to seeing my family. In a life where I'm always growing up and always getting new responsibility and having more and more on my plate, coming home and just being here, this is the one thing in my life that hasn't changed. It's remained consistent throughout all I've been through. And there's something so comforting about that, you know? And dude, listening to social media is probably the worst thing you can do. Social media is designed to make you feel bad about yourself. It's designed to curate a perfect algorithm to reinforce opinions you may or may not have. If you feel like you're behind in life, you're going to be seeing reels and TikToks of people the same age as you either acting on the set of a Hollywood film or people your age already driving your dream car living in the center of Los Angeles. But none of that is real. Those people are not really happy. Those people are slaves to the content. Those people are always on content mode. There's no normalcy to what they do. Because if they do stop and take it slow, there goes their revenue. We don't see behind the scenes of that content. Those people give up so much of themselves to move out and pursue this viral content grind. And TV jokes, man, I don't know what shows you watch, but the ones that I watch where they make fun of people living with their parents at an old age, the person they're making fun of in the show is in like their mid-40s, almost pushing 50. Like they're making fun of grown-ass men mooching off their parents that are old and decrepit already, and still sneaking women into the house. Like, Like, in no way that should feel like a call out to you. But this isn't something to be embarrassed about. This is a time in life that you should be taking advantage of. Use this time to actually do something good for your future, because you're in a much better position than a lot of people your age. You're not paying rent, you're not spending hundreds of dollars on groceries like your friends are. Why are you envious of friends who have a lot more on their plate? Jealous of friends that are adulting faster? You have less on your plate. That's a good thing. Save your money, build your bank account, invest in yourself. You're not late to anything. This is the beginning of your new life as an adult. It literally just started. You left the cushioned, curated bubble of the public education system, and now you're on your own pursuing further schooling. But other than that, there's nothing holding you back from doing whatever else you want. Because really, you have free will. You can move out and be out in the street doing God knows what, snorting crack or whatever, I don't know. But you have a choice to either throw your life away or prepare to do something good. You're only 22, man. That's not old at all, no matter how you want to phrase it. Save up money now, go to school, go to work, and just do you. Stop worrying about what other people are doing and where they're at in life. There's no roadmap or timeline of when you should be doing what. People do things at their own pace, and you don't live with them. You don't know if the living situation is great. You don't know if they're financially comfortable enough to live and afford rent. Just don't be envious of things where you can't see the full picture. In this state of the world right now, in this economy, living at home with your parents sounds like a pretty good deal. So just take advantage of your position. Because really, there's nothing to make fun of. There's nothing to even laugh about. Like, what are they gonna make fun of you for? Like, hey everyone, look at this guy. His family loves him and are letting him stay at home with them so he can prepare for his future comfortably. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? What's funny about it? Like I said, man, you're 22. At this age, it's completely normal to stay at home with your parents, especially if you're dropping so much money in school. You're already paying thousands in tuition. You don't need to add another $1,500 for rent. My only call to action for you is to not be complacent and become a mooch, because then there's a problem there and people will make fun of you for it, and you kind of will deserve it by then. But as long as you do what you need to do and excel where you need to and actually take steps to setting yourself up for the future, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Let your friends worry about rent. Let your friends worry about taking care of each other under the same roof. You just live your life and be comfortable. You don't need to have what everyone else has. Enjoy what's yours. That'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care and be well.